Hello, hello my darlings! I hope you're doing very well. So today we are gonna talk about some extra stuff, and those extra stuff are luxury perfume brands, not only niche but luxurious in general, that are actually worth your money. So if you want to invest, if you want to have something that's very long lasting, smells beautiful, it's classy, elegant, all that jazz, you can surely invest in these brands that I'm going to talk to you about. But before we get into that, of course, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram. And before I get any further, I have few words from our sponsor, and that is none other but Lily Silk. And I want to thank Lily Silk team for sponsoring yet another video on my channel. As you guys know, I have worked with Lily Silk for so long now, and I couldn't be happier. This was literally my dream come true to work with Lily Silk, because I've seen some of my favorite YouTubers back in the day working with them, and even currently, and I'm super happy to be a part of this. So if you guys don't know already, Lily Silk is a luxurious silk brand. They do bedding, pajamas, shirts, which I am actually wearing one of them today, and many other things. I absolutely love them. I have so many products from them already. Super exciting. One of which is this beautiful shirt. It's 100% mulberry silk, and all their products are based on mulberry silk, which is extremely durable. It's so easy to take care of. That's super important for me, and also it irons so quickly. Guys, I have never had silk items, which I have a lot before I encountered Lily Silk. I never ever had a silk item that irons so quickly and so easily like Lily Silk items. So I can assure you it's so low maintenance. And of course, silk in general has so many great benefits for your health, for your skin, for your everything, basically everything. It's breathable, it's just perfect. Speaking of health benefits, I even got a little set. It's like a ultimate sleep set, I call it. I really love it. And by the way, look at the packaging. It's so perfect to gift to someone, you know. Doesn't matter if it's Christmas, birthday, Mother's Day. It's just fantastic to give it to someone. So in the set you have this little, how do you call it in English? I don't even know. Like, you know, this eye mask that you use during your sleep. And actually I have to use it all the time because I don't have 100% blinding linens on my windows, so actually the sun wakes me up. So this is a must for me, and I love this one. It's so soft, it's 100% silk. It has a velvet gummy band, so you can adjust it, and it's so nice and cushiony. Absolutely beautiful. I love sleeping in that. Also, you have a bonnet, so if you want to keep your hairstyle from the previous day absolutely intact, you just do this. I look absolutely crazy. I never thought I would be doing it in front of you and in front of a camera in general, but there you have it. By the way, they didn't make me do it. It's me and me being weird. But yeah, the bonnet is very nice, especially when sometimes I have some event. I mean, maybe not recently, but I've been having some events in my life, right? And that is a godsend, because you can go to a hairdresser a day prior. You don't have to rush the day of the event. You can make your whole hair done nice and just wear this for bed. So that's perfect. Also, there is of course a silk pillowcase, which looks like this. I will insert a screenshot of it so you can see it in action. Actually, they change engraving. I have a previous one which had like a little you know, thingy popping out of the pillow, and now they have it engraved, which I really love. So pretty. So yeah, that's the pillowcase. Oh, and additionally you also get those silk beads So pure and so pretty. They come in multiple colors, but I chose white because I like feeling pure in bed, you know. Yeah, so that is that. What else I have to tell you is that it is affordable. So unlike other silk producers, they have great prices with 100% amazing quality. I would never bullshit you. I only show you products that I genuinely love. The stitching is amazing, the buttons are perfect, everything is perfect. It really, really is. The only thing I have to tell you, when you buy a shirt, you size up. So at least one size up, so you don't look basically like in a waitress shirt, if you know what I mean. It has to be a little bit more loose, and silk is not that stretchy, you know, so keep that in mind. And of course, as per usual, everything will be linked below, and I have a discount code for you which will be inserted right here and also in the description box as well. So okay guys, that is that. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you check out Lily Silk. It will mean the world to me because I truly love the brand with my whole heart. So yeah, I hope you enjoy your coupon code, use it wisely, and let's jump right into the video. Okay guys, so I was actually thinking what video you would really like to see, what I should film for you, and I got some questions about this many times. Which brands are actually worth splurging on? Actually, let me put a pillow right behind me. My back is hurting for some reason. So I combined a nice roundup of the brands which are more on the luxurious side that I personally think are really worth investing in, because I was never disappointed. I never had problems with them. They are long lasting, they smell incredible, etc, etc, right? So let's get into it. And the first one I want to share with you is House of Oud, which is not the most popular brand and not the most hyped up. This is actually an Italian brand, and I personally love them. First of all, the packaging is incredible. They are definitely on the pricey side, you know, the egg is hand painted, etc, etc. But I must say, I have What About Pop, I also have a decant of Almond Harmony, I have Breath of Infinite, and I also have Empathy and something else. So I did test quite a bit of them, and I'm definitely going to purchase more because I love them so much. They're so long lasting. To me, they're very unique in their structure as well. Just in general, beautiful. They have a lot of heavier oud fragrances as well, as the name of the brand suggests. But I really like those more gourmands, you know. This one is like a popcorn. Breath of the Infinite is like a peachy, like a beautiful floral peachy scent. Then we have Empathy, which is like a tobacco fruity one. Almond Harmony is just an exquisite almond fragrance. So yeah, I prefer those non-oudy, so to speak. For some reason, they really speak to me. So if you have a similar taste, check out House of Oud. But maybe actually go with the ones that are not as strong ouds, you know, because I really actually like the lighter ones, which is surprising, but I love them. So House of Oud, definitely worth splurging. Okay, next brand I want to show you is actually a brand that you can pretty much get anywhere, and that is Chanel. And honestly, I think Chanel is definitely worth investing. Once you have a bottle of Chanel fragrance, you just feel good. You just really feel good about yourself. You feel that your stash is getting more classy, more elevated. The bottles are beautiful. And what's the most important, I'm not gonna say all, I'm looking at you, Noir, Coco Noir. But most of the fragrances are very long lasting. And my favorites are the Chance range, and pretty much I love most of them. And of course Coco Mademoiselle. The only thing in general when you buy from a brand, I should say, if there is an intense version, go for the intense, or if there is a, you know, a cult classic Eau de Parfum, the original, of course, that's the way to go as well. I love the intense version as well as the original, and here I have the Eau de Parfum, but I've heard that the Eau de Toilette from Chance, the yellow liquid one, is as well amazing. So that's Chanel. Of course, they have an exquisite men colognes range, and my two favorites that I love to bits are Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, not the Eau de Toilette, not the Parfum. I love the Eau de Parfum version, and I also absolutely love Allure Sport Extreme. I think that's how it's called, Allure Sport Extreme. Absolutely fantastic fragrances, love it. I'm not the fan of all of the Chanel fragrances because to me they are quite mature smelling and they're not always something that I would wear, but these that I just showed you and talked about, amazing. So let's get into the next brand, and the next brand I want to talk to you about is Amouage. And from Amouage I only have two fragrances, but this is gonna change very soon, I can promise you that. And I have Blossom Love and I have Love Tuberose, so basically both of them are from the Love range. However, I love by the way, I lost the cap from Love Tuberose and I cannot find it for the life of me. So if any one of you have a spare cap by any chance, let me know, DM me, I would love to purchase that from you because this is a nightmare for me. But in general, there's so many that I love, not all of them because some of them are just too much for me. I'm not there yet, but there is so much that I love. I love Ashore, I love Reflection Woman. Basically the ones that are not as hyped. I mean, these are, but the rest that I love are not as popular. So in general, I would say check out Amouage, and what's the most important, don't be afraid of checking the men's range for yourself as well, because it might surprise you, especially in Amouage case. Sometimes the men equivalent of a certain fragrance from Amouage is way more feminine in my opinion and way nicer than the feminine one, and the other way around. So you have to really sniff them all to make a decision. However, I would always recommend these two, they are absolutely beautiful. I also recommend Reflection if you like something fresh and green, and Ashore if you like jasmine as well. So that's Amouage. The next one I want to talk to you about is Tom Ford, and not the private blend actually. What I think is really worth investing is the normal boutique range of Tom Ford, the designer range basically, not the private blend. I think that for the price, which is lower than the private blend, you get a better quality than private blend sometimes. I know this is quite an unusual opinion, but this is just the fact. Even though I don't really like the Orchid range, I also think it's absolutely beautiful on many people, and for the price you're getting something way better than some private blends again. Same with the Noir range. Both men and women love them, and this could easily be a private blend, but thankfully for us it's not. So get yourself Noir Parfum or Noir Extreme or some Orchid range. The only one I like is Orchid Soleil, but you know, it's just the taste, that's it. But in general, they're fantastic. So maybe instead of going for private blend, unless you really love a scent, I think the regular designer shelf range is a better bang for your buck. So that's Tom Ford. Next we have actually a typical designer fragrance. I mean, not really, I don't want to say it's a designer because they don't do clothes, so that's very weird. But I'm talking about Lancome. They are definitely on the pricier side, even when we're just talking about those designer fragrances. They're not quite niche prices, but they are quite high out there. And I must say, pretty much everything is fantastic. They're very long lasting, so basically depending on what you like, you can really find it there. I love the, you know, the regular range like La Vie Est Belle. This is actually the Soleil Cristal one. And of course my new obsessions, which are the diamonds, La Nuit, Tresor. extreme powerhouses, beautiful fragrances. If you love those sweet feminine fragrances, Lancome is the way to go. Unless you want something a little bit more edgy, I would go with the Maison Lancome, which is their private collection. So here I have Jasmins Marzipane from Maison Lancome. I also have Oud Bouquet, and there are so many others that are amazing. And I must say, Maison Lancome has, again, fantastic longevity, and they are actually sometimes quite heavily discounted on Lancome's website, so check them out during like early spring and Christmas time, because you might actually be surprised how heavily discounted this range is. I love them. I actually got them half priced from Lancome website. I think it was January or February, so yeah, check it out around that time. But yeah, they are so good, very beautiful fragrances, super classy, long lasting, unique, fantastic. So Lancome in general, a way to go. Okay, next one is Montale and Mancera, and here I have just a few that I've got. We have Instant Crush by Mancera, we have Montale Intense Roses Mask, and Arabian's Tonka. All of them are fantastic. If you are looking for absolute powerhouses, no matter really which one you grab, they are just to die for. The performance is most of the time absolute beast mode. There are really not many that don't stand up to that standard, and if there are, people scream about it. Trust me, I love them all. They are beautiful if you just want a straight up rose, if you want something sweet and gourmand, if you want a heavy oud, they basically have it all. Just keep in mind, Montale and Mancera have their own specific touch to it. Some people say it's artificial, but other than that, if you enjoy it, you're gonna love the brand, because I actually really don't mind that note, and for me, these are definitely some of my signature scents. Alright, next, what do we have here? Of course, we have Parfums de Marly, and this is a brand that has never disappointed me. Really never. No matter what I got, whether it was a super hyped up fragrance, either it was masculine or feminine, they're exquisite. Here I have Herod, but as you guys know, I have so many of the feminine collection, and they are just to die for. I'm not even gonna tell you which ones are the best, because we all have different tastes. If it was up to me, if I had none and I had to start over my collection, I would literally buy the same stuff. What I have is, actually there is one bottle standing on the table, but I really don't feel like getting it. So we all know how they look, you're just gonna imagine by my words. So if I were to start over, I would literally get the same stuff, which is Herod, beautiful sweet tobacco with a cherry accord, very vanillic, a bit spicy, unisex absolutely. After Herod, I would also get Delina and Delina Exclusive. Not too much La Rosée, because I think for the price you can find something similar but way cheaper, because the longevity is not a beast, unlike all the others. And I would also get Cassili, which is my ultimate classy summer fragrance, and Safanad, which is the sexiest bedtime fragrance that ever existed. So these are the ones that I would get. What I would also get would be Ojan, and that is definitely on my list. It's from the men's collection, but it is the ultimate sweet gourmand. So yeah, beautiful brand, Parfums de Marly. They're definitely, oh actually here I have the Delina Exclusive. They're definitely on the pricey side, but once you get the right ones, if you know what I mean, the ones that you really like, it's so worth it. And I never struggle with longevity. The longevity on all of them that I have is absolute beast mode, with one exception is Safanad, which has quite low projection. It still lasts, but it has low projection. All the others, beast performers. So that's Parfums de Marly. And last but not least, guys, I actually have to bend to get it. And I also have, no guys, I'm lying. I have two more brands to show you. Okay, next, you guys knew it was coming, Francis Kurkdjian. again, brand that never disappointed me unless it was stolen, but that's not their fault. I love them. I'm definitely getting so much more of them very soon. I'm definitely getting Aqua Vitae Forte. I'm definitely getting Extrait from Baccarat, which I did have and love to death. So yeah, I think that if you want something either ultra feminine or the most beautiful smooth ouds, Kurkdjian is the way to go. If you guys don't know already, Oud Satin Mood is such a cult favorite. So many people love it and it is so beautiful, like so beautiful. It's to die for. Same as the Gentle Fluidity Gold, fantastic fragrance. It's vanilla, juniper berries, just beautiful. You have to sniff it to know what I mean, because nobody explained it in a way that I felt when I first sniffed it, so it's impossible to explain it. And of course the OG Baccarat. I love this fragrance so much. One of my favorites, really, really one of my favorites. If I could only have two fragrances in the world, I would probably have these two. Baccarat, which would be my all year round, and Oud Satin Mood, which would be my sexier beast mode fragrance. And pretty much I'll be fine. Maybe one or two citruses, but that would be it. So yeah, Francis Kurkdjian, fantastic brand if you want a signature fragrance, if you want compliments. I mean, they all compliment getters, but with Kurkdjian there's something different. There's magic in here. There really is. So that's that. And the longevity on all of these, fantasy. Just fantasy, guys. By the way, I changed my lighting and I think it looks a little bit yellow at the moment. But I think I'm gonna get another lamp, so I will have like a full-on massive studio for you guys. Okay, last brand I want to share with you, and you might be wondering, Paulina, why aren't you mentioning Kilian? Paulina, why aren't you mentioning some others that you really love and rave about? Well guys, most of the time I actually think they are way overpriced. So you know, some fragrances are very pricey in here that I showed you, but you know, Kilian for example, they don't always have the best longevity, and with these ones that I showed you, it is always on point, at least in my experience. So the last brand that I want to show you is Memo Paris, and I only have one full bottle, but I did test so many of them, and I will be doing a video for Memo Paris soon, so stay tuned for that. This one is my favorite, but there's so much more that I love from the brand. First of all, the bottles are exquisite. I like that they are 75 ml, unlike for example Kilian, which comes in 50 ml for quite the same price. So at least you get a little bit more from it, you know. Very, very good lasting power on all of them that I've tried. The ones that I highly recommend is of course Sintra that I have here, Marfa if you like tuberose, Luxo Oud if you love a little bit smoky, fruity oud. Then we have Ocean Leather if you want something very fresh. The list goes on and on, guys. You have to try for yourself, but I think Memo is really, really worth it. Unlike some other brands, this is such a magical experience if you just look at the bottle, you know. They're so artsy. I love the vibe. And there is a new one, Corfu, which I really, really want to try, because actually Corfu is one of my favorite Greek islands that I always go back to and I love it. So yeah, love Memo Paris. Of course there would be probably some other brands that I could include, but either I'm still testing them, I don't have enough to give you like a full-on green light, yes, go ahead with this brand no matter what you get. With these, I am sure, I am like 100% sure that no matter what you get, it's gonna be long-lasting and fantastic. So yes guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, don't forget to check out Lily Silk, which I absolutely love. As you guys can see, they have such a beautiful shade of pink. So yeah, everything will be linked below as per usual, along with the perfumes and the discount code. So check it out. I love you and see you in my next one. Bye.